Hello and welcome to another episode of Quest. First, a look at the highlights. Tata Consultancy Services launches recruitment drive. Institute of Foreign Languages organizes a 3-day conference. Vice Chancellor launches Clean Campus Drive. Allama Iqbal Library observes World Book and Copyright Day. And MERC organizes a street theatre. Now, the details of these events with your host, Toiba Pandit. A 15-member delegation from Tata Consultancy Services visited University of Kashmir. The visit was in connection to the launch training and employment opportunities for the youth of J&K. Associate Vice President TCS Mr. Monimoy Das Gupta headed the 15-member delegation. The visit was organized by the Center for Career Planning and Counseling. A session with prospective youth was held in the conference hall of Gandhi Bhavan. Director CCPC Professor Shabir Ahmed Butt presented the inaugural remarks.
I would like to update the Honorable Vice Chancellor that this recruitment drive has been actually going on for more than a month. And we have had several companies here, and I keep him posted and updated about the developments. And on several occasions, I have shared this with you, with the young generation, that all these initiatives, that whatever is happening, very exciting things are happening, are taking place in the University of Kashmir. It is under his dynamic leadership. And with all honesty, I'm sure we would not have been possible to launch this drive or to organize these initiatives and recruit students for various companies, and if it would not have been for his personal involvement and engagement. As you all know, that at TCS lay a very strong foundation for your career with the help of this 2-month training program and then simultaneously absorbing with the TCS and the other companies. I'm sure during these 2 months training program, you will get an opportunity to work on diversified platforms and domains stretching across the globe and simultaneously gain global exposure with professionals from all over the world.
Associate Vice President TCS Mr. Monimai Das Gupta said that his corporation is going to provide equal opportunities to all the participants.
So 15 members of the TCS family are here today to carry out this initiative all over the state, in Kashmir, in Jammu and the Ladakh region. And we want to give equal opportunity to all. And we look forward to a day when many of you would also be a part of this, what I call, or what we all call, the TCS family.
Vice Chancellor Professor Talat, while welcoming the TCS initiative, said that the corporation is going to take a minimum of 200 youth for this recruitment drive.
As I understand, the minimum number they are going to take is 200, but that is the minimum. It can go up if more and more people are available and they qualify the tests and exam. That is one thing. Another important thing that we were discussing is that TCS is considering even to have an all-girl, because both Ranjan and Monimoy want to see that, and definitely me, to see women empowerment in the state, in the country.
Tata Consultancy Services is one of the largest corporate houses in India, which intends to train graduates for a period of 90 days. And based on their performance, the trained graduates would be considered for placement for various positions.
Mr. Ranjan came a week earlier, and then we had lots of discussion and planning to see how best we can take opportunity for the youngs in the valley, in the other parts of the state. And we went to the radio, we went to the television, to make people to know what these initiatives are. And I am happy to see that many of you are here, because we are going to have many parallel drives in different colleges. I was told today that same time it is being done at Anantnag today in the college.
Later, the recruitment drive and counseling session was held for the participants.
So I want to become an athlete. But Srinagar mein bahut zyada sardi hai. Subah uthta hu. So I have my running shoes, my track pants, everything is ready. So I position myself and every morning I'll wake up.
Kashmir University's Institute of Foreign Languages, in collaboration with Indo-German Teachers Association, organized a 3-day conference titled German Works for You. The inaugural function was held in the Gandhi Bhavan Auditorium. Welcoming the delegates, Vice-Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed apprised them that some students have already started to take admissions in the new intensive course of study.
This is a gathering where we have teachers who are teaching German in many schools, and many of them are in the making to become a teacher. And there are also students of Kashmir University who are undergoing some sort of super intensive course, and which started with the help of our Max Muller Bhavan and with a special effort of Punit to make this, and it started in September, and now we have about 15 candidates ready to join as a teacher in some of the leading schools in Srinagar and many other parts.
German ambassador to India, Mr. Michael Steiner, in his address said that the German language is the key to global world, and this language will make Kashmiris competent to work in the West.
Learning German is not a burden, it's an asset. It's key to know people, to understand a culture, to apply for a job. In fact, the German language is a ticket to the globalized world. English is extremely important in the world. I think German you should see also something which opens the possibilities up to the world. We have over 100 million mother tongue, and I'm not talking about people who just talk the language, but mother tongue speakers worldwide.
Regional Language Director, Goethe Institute of Max Muller Bhavan, Mr. Marcus Bischel, said that the present seminar is a landmark for German language in India.
The conference today is another major landmark occasion for the teachers of German language in India. There are two distinct noteworthy factors this time. First, the conference is not taking place in Delhi, but in Srinagar, in this beautiful valley of Kashmir. The second significant factor is that the conference is not only for the specialists in the field of teaching German, but also, as the program indicates, has something for the students of this university. It's all about the promotion of the interest in German language.
First Secretary of Swiss Embassy, Ms. Sarah, said that being multilinguistic represents core values of a plural society.
As we know, languages are not only instruments of communication. There is much more behind. There are cultures, there is history, there are values. That's the reason why multilingualism, cultural diversity, and respect for minority cultures represent core values of the Swiss Confederation. And this is also the reason why Switzerland is keen on promoting languages and cultural diversity in general.
President INDAF, Dr. Pramod Talgiri, while lauding the initiative of the university for hosting such a seminar, said that German language has a tremendous potential in globalized world.
German has a tremendous scope in different professions. For your information, for our last Asia Regional Conference at IIC in Delhi in December 2011, more than 400 delegates came from 17 Asian and European countries. Had there been any possibility, ladies and gentlemen, I would have definitely shifted the venue to Srinagar. I could well imagine that holding academic congregations in Kashmir will be an attractive proposition.
Vice-Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed kick-started Clean Campus Drive. The event is a part of Earth Day 2013 celebration. Since last year, Clean Campus Day is held regularly in the month of April. Vice-Chancellor, along with teachers and students, went round the campus to collect leftovers and sensitize students on keeping the environs of the university clean. Later, speaking to the Quest team, Professor Talat said that he is committed to make the university smoke and plastic free.
हम यूनिवर्सिटी को प्लास्टिक फ्री और स्मोक फ्री जोन रखेंगे और मैंने स्कूल के बच्चों को भी कहा है कि वो अपने स्कूल्स में भी अपने जितने दोस्त हैं जो साथी हैं सबको ये मैसेज दें कि वो सब इसमें वॉलंटियर करें और ये देखें कि उनके स्कूल कैंपसेस भी क्लीन रहें। सभी को मदर अर्थ के बारे में सेंसिटिविटी होनी चाहिए। दे शुड नो दैट देर आर लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज, देर आर मेनी रिसोर्सेज विच आर नॉट रिन्यूएबल। तो उससे जितना आप बचाएंगे उतने आपके आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए आप कोई अच्छा काम करेंगे।
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi said that this day is important to aware students on keeping things clean and green in the campus.
इस डे हमने इसलिए मनाया कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट है, असातिज़ा हैं, जो नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ है, वो सबको ये बावर कराएं कि ये तोहफा है हमारे लिए और हमें इस तोहफे की कदर करनी चाहिए। ये इसका एक इमीडिएट ऑब्जेक्टिव था। दूसरा बड़ा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो ये है कि जो हमारे छोटे बच्चे हैं, स्कूलों में पढ़ते हैं, जो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट किए, उनको ये बावर कराना कि साहब अब हमारा जो रहन सहन है, हमारे जो सराउंडिंग्स है वो क्लीन रखना कितना ज़रूरी है। और हम इन ऐसे जो इक़दामात यूनिवर्सिटी उठाती है, इससे हम एक लार्जर मैसेज लोगों को देना चाहते हैं कि साहब आप अपना रहन सहन, अपना माहौल साफ रख लीजिए।
Head Department of Earth Sciences Professor Shakil Ahmed Romshu said such drives help in conveying a deeper appreciation for Mother Nature.
Towards this, the Honorable Vice Chancellor and different dignitaries of the university today took a lead. They led the cleaning drive. They went from department to department. They went from park to park and just involving the volunteers, the students, the faculty, so that this drive, this cleanliness drive becomes a daily affair, and at the university we can have an Earth Day every day.
Allama Iqbal Library observed World Book and Copyright Day, during which it held a 2-day poster and book exhibition. Teachers, students and people from various shades of life visited exhibition which showcased the literary works of authors of Jammu and Kashmir. Autobiographies, biographies of many noted personalities of the state were also a part of the exhibition. Later, speaking to the audience in the Ibn Khaldun Auditorium, librarian Allama Iqbal Library, Dr. Abdul Majid Baba, talked in detail the importance of inculcating reading habits among the youth.
It was a natural choice for 28th UNESCO's General Conference in 1995 to pay a worldwide tribute to books and authors on this date, encouraging everyone, and in particular young people, to discover the pleasure of reading. Accordingly, this date was declared World Book and Copyright Day by UNESCO.
Dean, Faculty Law, Professor Farooq Ahmed Mir said that law has an important role to play in modern technology.
Whether it is a paper-based book or paperless book, law has to stay. Law will always, in fact, resolve the frictions which are there between the authors and publishers, between the co-authors and other stakeholders.
Coordinator, Media Education Research Center, Mr. Farooq Masoodi, in his lecture said that the invention of printing press was seminal for book writing.
The invention of mechanical printing led to a large increase in printing activities across Europe within only a few decades. From a single print shop in Mainz, Germany, printing had spread to no less than around 270 cities in Central, Western, and Eastern Europe by the end of the 15th century. As early as 1480, there were printers active in 110 different places in Germany, Italy, France, Spain, the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, England, Bohemia, and Poland. From that time on, it's assumed that the printed book was in universal use in Europe.
Producer, EMMRC and noted columnist Mr. Ejazul Haq in his speech said that most of the human beings have been obsessed with technology.
The way things are happening, there's no dispute that the powerful is pushing the weak out. I mean, the electronic is fast occupying the space, relegating the print to the periphery. So that makes the title not just justified and justifiable, but more fitting than I would have put it. Earlier, we submitted ourselves to our immediate bosses, our superiors, as yours faithfully. Now, it may not be an exaggeration that we have now got ourselves converted into yours digitally. Our mothers have borne us, but our motherboards have shown us the slot we choose to fit in. किताबों से जो ज़ाती राबिता था वो कट गया है. कभी सीने पे रखकर लेट जाते थे, कभी गोदी में लेते थे, कभी घुटनों को अपने रहल की सूरत बनाकर नीम सजदे में पड़ा करते थे, छूते थे जबी से. वो सारा इल्म तो मिलता रहेगा आइंदा भी, मगर वो जो किताबों में मिला करते थे सूखे फूल और महके हुए रुके, किताबें ढूंढने, गिरने, उठाने के बहाने रिश्ते बनते थे, उनका क्या होगा?
Dean, Academic Affairs, Professor A.M. Shah, who was the chief guest on the occasion, while appreciating the efforts of the library in preserving the conventional books, said that the people who made difference are those people who think creatively.
I could see there are some great minds, they are now thinking about this, that what kind of structure, how we are going to put in place, and how we are going to help our younger generation so that they are going to not only maintain, number one, going to get the knowledge, and number two, how we are going to help them in their creative thinking. Because the people who make difference, they are the people who are basically focused on creativity.
Markaz-e-Noor Center for Sheikhul Alam Studies organized a one-day seminar on preservation of cultural heritage of Kashmir. The seminar was held in the Markaz's auditorium. Chairman Markaz-e-Noor, Professor Bashir Bashir, presented the inaugural address.
विरासत कुन कौमुच रसरावनस मुतल्लिक बेदारी खास कर फोकस जुस अमुक सह ज्यादा पहन मोनुमेंटन मुतल्लिक बिल्डिंगन मुतल्लिक तो आज दुनिया मज वनान अकुई कल्चर फाफलान मगर आलमी सतह पे महसूस कर कि कौमन हज अजमत अगर जान यहज बिल्डिंग्स यहज स्ट्रक्चर यहज विरासत वैसे तो कि अगर कौम खत्म आरुन विरासत गई खत्म मामल मोकलो तो बे अखलाकी पहलू ती कि अगर न पन्न असलाफन हज कदर हेको कर तिहद चीज रसरत हेको तेल अखलाकी तौर त बड़े पास्त.
Director, Center of Central Asian Studies, Professor Ejaz Ahmed Bande, stressed on the need for the preservation of the heritage.
We did certain things to see that our heritage is preserved on the government level. And possibly in India, we were the first who enacted an act saying Ancient Monuments Preservation Act in the late 19th century. Hereafter, the government of India did it in 1930. So possibly we were the first in certain other features as well, not only in producing the heritage, but also in preserving it. Unfortunate part of Kashmiri culture is that we forget many things.
Chairman INTAC of Jammu and Kashmir chapter, Mr. Mohammad Salim Beg, said that a monument should not be looked just as a structure, but one must interpret it.
Monument is not just a structure. Monument is not just something which has been done in brick, mortar and wood. Monument has to be interpreted. And what do you do when you interpret a monument? You look at the design, you suddenly get an idea that in a particular period of time, this is how people lived. These are the technologies which were required and needed to build a monument. These were the materials which were in vogue those days, and every material is a process, it's not a product. Because ultimately, all these materials put together make a monument. And once you interpret these monuments, then you get to know what has been our knowledge base in that particular time.
Dr. Aziz Hajni conducted the proceedings of the event. Media Education Research Center of Kashmir University organized a street theatre to highlight the issue of ragging. The play was enacted at several spots during the course of the day in the university campus. The street play titled Speak Up was produced by third semester students of MERC under the guidance of the coordinator of the center, Mr. Farooq Masoodi.
Ragging करने नहीं, every year the same damn thing. A new batch of students come और students को torture करते हैं. इसमें आप सब जो भी यहाँ पे ना आप सब involved हैं, क्योंकि आपकी एक खामोशी आपको ये इसमें involve कर रही है. आप इस चुपचाप सुन के इसकी ragging में इसको साथ दें.
That is all for today's episode. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com to watch the latest episode. Send us your suggestions at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. Many a writer will no doubt agree that one of the most serious problems facing a first-time author of a book is not knowing what you don't know.